Hello students, and welcome to our InDesign tutorial. And in this tutorial I am going to show you how to set up your workspace in InDesign and to establish a new document. I know it's not very exciting, but this is something that if you don't know InDesign at all can be a little bit tricky, and I wanted to show you a few tips that you're going to use as we start to get into using InDesign to design some fun things. So in this tutorial, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to File, New, and Document. And as you look and see, this document is set up in Ps or picas. And there's no way in which we can go through and change that without in this particular menu. So I'm going to cancel this out, and then I'm going to show you on how to do that. You're going to go to Edit, and you're going to go all the way down here to Preferences, and then you're going to go up to Units and Increments, and the text size and the strokes are in points and pixels, and so we're going to just leave them in points of what they are. And then the ruler units are picas, inches, millimeters, centimeters, ciceros, agates, pixels, custom. I don't even know what half of these are, but the one thing that we all know is inches. So what I want you to do is to change that units and increments to inches and hit OK. And then you're going to go back to your file, and you're going to go to New and go to Document, and you can see letter is now in 8.5 by 11 inches. But I want to create something new. I want a 5 by 7 document. So I want the width to be 5 and the height to be 7. Okay, and I'll click on that, and this is custom. Okay, and I can even save the preset. I can do, I'm just going to hit OK. I don't want to save it, I just want to do that, and then I'll hit OK, and then you can see that we have a 5 by 7 document here with a 1-inch margin. I left that the same because these margins are standard printer widths, and because we're not printing something especially difficult, I want to keep this margin here. So this 5 by 7 document, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to edit it, and I'm actually going to go to the layout and go to margins and columns, and I'm going to click on margins and columns. I'm not going to do anything to change the margins, but I am going to add 4 columns, because what these column guides will do is they will give me an opportunity to design text within them, and to put help me when I design things, to put things where they need to go. The other thing I'm going to show you is the ruler guides, which you just pull them off of either end at the top or over in the side, and you can see that they have these nice little ruler guides that snap into place, and they're this like light blue color. So if you want your text to be right in here, you can put it right in there, and I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna create a little text box. So I clicked on the T tool, and I'm gonna create a text box right in there, and I'm just going to write my name in this text box. I don't like this fonts. I'm going to change it to something that I like, that is really fun, kind of neat. One of my new favorites right now is this Rage Italic, but 12 point's really small. I'm going to change this up to 72 point. Oh, that's too big. I'm going to take it to 36 point, and that's pretty good. So there's my name. The text box goes from one side to the other, so I'm going to go to the paragraph tool, and I am going to center this. That's center justified. This is regular center at the top here. It really doesn't do anything. Well, we're going to talk about justifying in text a little bit later on, but there we have our finished product. I'm not going to do anything else but show you how to save this. So you're going to do a file, save as, and you're going to always go ahead and you're going to find your place. I'm going to save it on a folder here, this InDesign tutorial folder, and I'm going to call it workspace, just so I have something to call it. And then this way, if I want to go in and change it, I can. But the other thing that I can do is I can export this. So I'm going to click export, and you can export it as a PDF print. The EPS, the Flash, Flash Player, those are some web things that we don't need to. An InDesign markup, that's kind of like a template or a JPEG. So the two that we're going to do is a print PDF. We'll talk about interactive PDFs later, and a JPEG. So the first one I'm going to change it as InDesign tutorial workspace, and I'm going to hit save it as a JPEG. And I want the resolution, because we're going to talk about this more a little later, but I'm going to change the resolution to 300. 72 is great for the web, but 300, what's called PPI or DPI, is excellent for printing, because printing and the web are two different resolutions. And then I'm also going to export this again as instead of a JPEG, you can see my name, I'm going to export it as a print PDF. And I'm going to save it in that same folder. And there are a bunch of different ways in which you can do this: high quality print, press quality, and we will talk about these based on our job. The high quality print is something that I usually use when I send out the news magazine, either that or press quality. I actually have my own modified saving a size, and then these are all the different things. Smallest file size, if you're using something for the web, you would do that. Press quality is what I typically like to use, and and then you can do we don't have any bleeds in this document, but if we did, I would click that, and I'll show you what a bleed is a little bit later. But I'm going to go back to general, and I'm going to hit export. And then I'm going to go back into this InDesign tutorial folder where I have all of my stuff, and you can see there's my file, which is open, and these are some pictures that I was working on, and this is my picture. I'm going to double click that, and it's going to open up. And another program that I will definitely teach you, or I have taught you at this point with, is Adobe Photoshop. This is saved just like a picture, which is really cool. And then the PDF is something that you can save in general, and you don't have to do that. All it is my name, nothing super exciting, but enough to kind of show you the basics of your workspace, how to set up a document. We went over that. We went over how to set up a document. And let's go back into InDesign so we can do that. We set up a document. We added columns and ruler guides, as well as learning how to save the file and export the file. So all that we are going to do today in this tutorial, good luck.